taking a look at 25 of the most uncommon and unfamiliar countries in the world. Attract a lot of tourists every year in terms of number of people visiting. But what about the other countries where tourists don't come? Maybe there's a golden nugget out there for you to visit. Maybe you're hearing of Timor Leste for the first time. Well, let's dive into the video. Timor Leste, or East Timor as it's sometimes called, is a small island between Indonesia and Australia. It has struggled to gain its independence since its colonization in the 16th century. The long-standing political turmoil, which placated the country throughout much of its history, has impacted its economy. The overarching lack of access to raw materials in East Timor, such as clean water, also depicts the nation's struggling economy. Here is a list of 10 facts about living conditions in Timor-Leste. First off, housing. The World Bank estimates from 2016, and it's assumed that Timor-Leste's economy and its building of national infrastructure would increase steadily over the subsequent next 3 years. Most people's houses consist of bamboo, wood, and a thatched roof. People that live in urban areas are able to use concrete, which shows a divide in the living conditions in Timor-Leste. For education, approximately 20% of preschool-age children in Timor-Leste have attended school, and nearly 40% of young living adults in rural area are illiterate compared to the 6% in urban areas. Sanitation and access to clean, drinkable water is sorely lacking in schools alone. If you're enjoying and getting value out of the video so far, please do give us a like and enjoy the views that are unique to Timor-Leste. In Timor-Leste, agriculture accounts for more than 80% of the country's income. Its main products include maize, rice, and cassava. Very few of the farmers have access to sustainable technologies or practices that are necessary for efficient agricultural production. USAID implemented a plan to address this developmental disparity from 2013 to 2018 through its partnership with developing agriculture communities. This partnership, working with local sectors to teach horticultural technologies, and the 349 participating farmers saw great results in the country. Access to food. Due to the heavy reliance on agriculture for survival and income, drought and shortages of food production can result in high levels of starvation. The 2017 Global Hunger Index classifies Timor-Leste as suffering from high levels of malnutrition in its population. Since 2001, the number of undernourished people has remained stagnant at around 300,000 people. Although water surrounds the country, the water conditions are poor, which make it very easy to contract diseases. The lack of sanitation and regular garbage collection also contributes to attracting mosquitoes themselves. Malaria are two of the most common mosquito-borne diseases in Timor-Leste, and both have a high mortality rate if not treated properly. Currently, there is no treatment for dengue fever in the area, but there are multiple courses of medical treatment available for malaria. When it comes to water conditions, Timor-Leste is an island nation, but there's an overall lack of access to clean water that plagues much of the population. Access to clean water and toilets remains a constant issue in Timor-Leste, as 353,000 people don't have access to clean, reliable sources of water. Plan International. This organization works with various communities across Timor-Leste to provide access to clean water, as well as to raise awareness of the importance of hand washing and waste management. Since 2011, it has built 32 village water supply systems, which have benefited over 9,000 individuals. In Timor-Leste, maternal health is an issue that has largely slipped through the cracks. In 2010, it was reported that stated for every 100,000 births in the country, 150 died from complications involving childbirth and pregnancy. Hemorrhaging, anemia, infections and sepsis, labor obstructions, and unsafe abortions are a major cause for maternal death. And there are top facts about living conditions in Timor-Leste. We hope you enjoyed today's video.